Work, work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Overpower Cup. We have our last best of three of the entire tournament. It is Ninjas in Pajamas versus Cloud9 here at Best of Three Series for third place. We've already gotten through our grand finals. Of course, that was a pretty good series between friends as well as Team Spirit. You guys can check out the VODs here on this channel or on YouTube later on down the road. But we're starting right now. We're into the draft as we begin in this first this game one of this best of three. Geez, you can tell I'm actually really tired. My name's Mark. With me is Trent Pax. Trent, how the hell are you?
I'm ready. I'm here. I had to sleep, so that's good. And it's a Bat Rider first overall. What year is that? What is happening here?
I'm
very
not sure.
interesting.
Yeah,
not something we saw too much out of like the Kiev qualifiers or anything like that in terms of like a meta shift or something. So looking forward to this. And then just a little bit more standard in the Lifestealer Coddle.
Yeah, the Coddle has been picked a lot recently. Saw a lot last in the SCA tournament we were doing earlier today, earlier this evening. Night Stalker Bat Rider first to pick overall. And Night Stalker is not an unusual pick, but it's first to overall pick with the Bat Rider, especially. I think it's very strange.
Yeah. So obviously the counter to the Coddle. This is more teams are on board with this being a good idea against Coddle. I think it was like when Coddle first got
5 seconds remaining.
like first started being picked, people would start doing this whole Night Stalker thing, and it didn't work. And I feel like everyone gave up on it. But now we're kind of back to it. Now that Coddle's a little bit bigger again, I feel like China really started making it work and actually seeing the value of the Night Stalker. So often now you'll see Night Stalker banned in the second phase if Coddle ends up being picked first. So
Right.
Cloud9 feeling pressured to grab it now if they want it.
Yeah, good overall. The Keeper of the Light, Night Stalker, I guess combination of heroes, the 1-2 punch in terms of like them fighting each other in terms of vision, the night vision versus the day vision, the heals versus Night Stalker just running at you. So a lot of lockdown already from Cloud9 with the Bat Rider and the Night Stalker. We'll probably see the Night Stalker play the 4-position support role, and then I'm assuming that's what it's going to be: Night Stalker 4-position support, Bat Rider offlane. I'm not sure if there's really other ways you could play this. I suppose.
Yes, more than likely that should just be the 3 Bat and the 4 Night Stalker. Could be like some sort of a mid Bat Rider stuff perhaps, but not something that we've seen too often. I know they have done it before. I think it was Cloud9 who's done some of the sneakier stuff. Like they've done like the safe lane Ace, for example, still doing his Centaur Warrunner the other day, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of off that boat though, and we have the old the Broodmother for Baby Knight, another sneaky thing. But he's all about those Vipers, Broodmothers, Snipers,
yeah,
ODs.
Yeah,
he likes to win mid.
He does. He does really like to win mid, and more often than not, he does a very good job of it too. His team will actually help him out. I think this is a very individually skilled team. I think NIP obviously a lot of skilled players there. Boogie has been a fine addition to this NIP squad, so it seems to be working out pretty well for them as of right now. But this Cloud9 team is not a team you can take lightly moving into this series. But I'm interested to see these next couple of bans. Earth Spirit, a hero that both of these teams really enjoy to play. Cloud9's, Noya, and NIP like to pick it as well from time to time. So we'll see if they decide to ban that out. But with heroes that are in the game now, might not see the Earth Spirit in the first game. I would guess.
Yeah, could show up for NIP potentially, but they're probably thinking about those anti-Bat Rider heroes. In terms of a save, they already have the good one in the core of the Lifestealer, who, by the way, Slider is actually still in. So Cloud9 have a choice here. Do we want to ban the Slider, get rid of that little combo with the Lifestealer, since they still need a 4 anyway? Or do we want to take care of another Keeper of the Light partner? They already get rid of the Naga Siren. The Terrorblade's another pretty common one. Heroes like that.
Yeah.
Still or just another Koikva hero. And either like
Storm.
Well, they already have
Tinker.
Night Stalker, to be fair.
Yeah, I think Night Stalker's good against both Storm and even Tinker as well with the Vision if you can get the Aghanim Scepter. Where both of those are heroes. They already get rid of the Naga Siren, which of course is another Koikva hero as well. But the Lifestealer, obviously, an era special. So pretty solid stuff there. Jakiro next ban. That is a Trixie hero. They've been running that a lot for Trixie on an IP in terms of just trying to push down towers early on in the game. They do a pretty good job of it too. So that'll be
that'd be like some offlane Dota, I suppose.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
10 seconds remaining.
What's next?
I would think in terms of
5 seconds remaining.
other support, Slider is probably the biggest one on the mind. In terms of laning situations,
Reserve
maybe they're not
time.
exactly sure what kind of impact he could have. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to
Wow.
be...
Radiant team pick.
Okay, so we
Shadow
just go clock SF then?
Yeah, I was
here?
gonna say, unless Cloud9 pick it, which I'd kind of be surprised to see. I don't know if they're the
Not
type of
really
team
a
to
baby
deny
head
that.
hero, but
Exactly. That's
they play it
exactly.
sometimes, though. I had definitely seen it before.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it just kind of comes down to how much are you
5 seconds remaining.
how much are you willing to lose, to that SF early on in the game. They go for the Dazzle. So NIP have a chance to pick up the SF if they want it, which I wouldn't be surprised to see.
Yeah, it's basically a choice now between SF, Slider still in the pool, of course. They have taken the Dazzle, though, just to kind of help out against it. They could even consider
10
doing the
seconds
support
remaining.
Clockwork, but that would be really greedy with the Keeper of the Light. I know they used to run it for Sind when he would
5
play,
seconds
which is kind of
remaining.
wild, considering he's usually like one of the most poor support players that's out there, but he would often take that
Reserve
Clockwork
time.
and just kind of make it work. One of the problems with Clockwork, of course, whenever he is a core, is that he gets 6, and if you don't find kills, the hero falls off dramatically. So by putting him in that support role, you just like kind of suicide bomb in every fight,
Yeah.
and it works out okay. But more than likely should just be offlane for Trixie. And yeah, they're just considering, do we want to do the cheesy Shadow Fiend Cog Souls or...
Well,
Oh my goodness.
it
Radiant
looks like
team
no,
pick.
because it's gonna get banned. At least it should get banned by Cloud9 if it gets to that point. They won't pick it here, I would imagine, now that the Nyx is picked up. But Nyx Clockwork is, it's kind of a good combination on its own. We've seen Nyx already today with Lifestealer, so that combination as
10
well.
seconds remaining.
You have 2 Nyx bomb vehicles, I guess you could call them, between the Nyx and the
5
Clockwork.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, that is surprising. They banned the Jakiro over the Nyx. I wasn't even thinking about the other Batrider counters in
Reserve
terms of
time.
like the big ones, but Nyx Assassin, like you can get a lot of value out of support Nyx even against the Batrider. So either of these heroes could go support, and I'll probably feel okay with it from Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, but now, Cloud9 thinking about their Nyx pick and trying to decide, okay, do we want our mid? Do we want our safe lane? What are we grabbing here?
If I'm looking at Ninjas in Pajamas, if I'm playing on Cloud9, I want to start figuring out exactly what Nipper is trying to do with their game plan. So in terms of snowballing their Lifestealer, it's probably going to be Nyx Assassin ganks as well as Clockwork ganks. I would guess it'll... I don't know, actually. If Syndrome was playing, I would say it's for sure support Clock, but I'm not sure what they're going to do with Boogie. Boogie might be more comfortable on Nyx Assassin than support Clock. It kind of feels like it's going to be more of a player thing, but either way, one of those two heroes is going to be the first accelerator, whoever gets off lane between the two, and they'll start out the ganks of the Lifestealer, and then the Nyx Assassin would follow up after, let's say, if it's Clock off lane, but either way, what you know is they need to gank, right, with this Lifestealer in order to accelerate them. They don't really want to fight into 5 heroes. They want infest bombs and those quick kills. And much like our games earlier today in Southeast Asia, you want your Coddle just like somewhere else on the map during all of that, getting up some farm, getting to the Aghanim Scepter.
Right.
So if you're Cloud9, it
10
seems
seconds
to
remaining.
logically dictate that if we stay grouped together, it's going to be very difficult for them to execute a lot of
5
those ganks.
seconds
And
remaining.
we can try and punish the fact that they're trying to be very greedy with their Keep of the Light and push in the lanes that he's not in.
Reserve
So
time.
we have our Shadow Fiend, we have our Dazzle. The group up's already pretty good. Night Stalker can kind of scout ahead. He's tanky, can take some tower shots, and once they have the Batrider blink, it'll basically
Radiant
just be like the
team
full
back.
go call for them. So Juggernaut, great example of a hero that would work well in this kind of a scenario. And just get
Yeah.
ready to basically like race Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah. This is becoming very interesting with the Shadow Fiend pickup coming in for Cloud9. But
10 seconds
I am
remaining.
interested to see the laning setup, as you were just mentioning, between NIP's Clockwork, Nyx
5
Assassin, and everybody
seconds
else. And
remaining.
this matchup mid is also going to be very interesting between NIP Cloud9. So that's the Tinker ban, which I think works very well against
Radiant
Quakefly. Just
team
take that
pick.
hero away from him, make sure he doesn't get a chance to play one of his better heroes. Be around the map
Yeah,
all
it's
the
very
time.
rare for him to get a hold of them these days.
Yeah, I think, and for good reason too. I mean, we all know how skilled Quakefly could be, and you talked about
10
Baby Knight wanting to
seconds
win his
remaining.
lane. I feel like that also choosing your bans wisely is going to help him
5
out in that
seconds
regard.
remaining.
But last pick, 50 seconds left in reserve time. Any, I don't know, real thoughts? I mean, you talked about
Reserve
heroes like
time.
Jug, but what else could there be?
Venge would actually be okay. You'd have like a swap out from the cogs. But you would have to worry about the
I had
blind from the
Nightmare
coddle
last
as well as
night.
just the general
But
damage.
they wouldn't let
They
me
don't
go
currently
to
have a pipe
TI
builder, but of course that's... Well, you know, if they
because
wanted to
Gabe
go
brought me
safe
in a
lane
room and
Centaur
said,
and do
"You
like
tried
a
to
pipe
put the
strategy,
bugle up your dog's anus?"
wouldn't be the worst game for it, but It'll be a PA.
Dire team pick.
Okay.
Second.
So she's also mobile. She can hop out of cogs. She needs a BKB to deal with the blind, so that's a little bit annoying, but so will Shadow Fiend. And she does provide burst potential, which is something you always want when you're rocking
10
the lasso.
seconds remaining.
Right.
Try and kill someone inside of it, so.
5
Okay.
seconds remaining.
Nip, click the hero. I think Storm Spirit's too scary with Night
Reserve
Stalker.
time.
Zip in, you just get silenced, and life is very hard. Even though you have the mana battery, the coddle, which is always nice.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, I was actually going to say they could pick this here with a Clockwork.
Yeah, the Quake for hero.
Yeah, man.
Clockwork and Nyx Assassin, 2 great setups for the Sunstrike.
It's huge, actually. I was dealing with something. Hold on a second. Anyways, we're going to jump into the game. I'm getting into it, man. I'm excited for this game. I think we talked about it beforehand. We talked about the potential outcome of this series. It is, of course, like we talked about, the third place match. But these are 2 extraordinarily skilled teams. I think they're right around the same skill level in terms of where both of these teams are at. And I think it's very, very likely
10
that this goes to 3
remaining.
games, and overall is just a great series in general. And it's
5
already setting
seconds
up with that being the case just here in game number 1 overall. I'm very excited with how they're going to play this game, and pretty good high ground defense for both teams. I feel like we're going to get a long game here, I would imagine, but we'll see. At least a longer game.
Yeah, it should be 50-50, I would say, in terms of the series overall. So I think that's fair. I think that's where I saw most players is kind of resting around. Sounds about right. I think both these teams did fairly well, just kind of middle of the pack in terms of the very tough European qualifier. So
yeah.
I think this game's going to be very neato for you fans out there.
Neato, excellent.
It seems to fit exactly what we're talking about. A lot of gank-centric lineup from Nip, where it's basically just Clockwork and Nyx Assassin ganks comboed up with Sunstrikes and Infest Bombs, and just getting enough space for Invoker and Coddle to get a lot of farm, and then they just become this unstoppable 5-man Dota at that point. On the Radiant side, it's a faster group up. Basically, that first lasso, very crucial for them.
Yeah.
They could grab someone, even if you just grab a Coddle, honestly, that could be enough to facilitate a push into a tier 1. They have the better Roche taking lineup just because of the Shadow Fiend as well as the PA. She gets a quick Deso maybe, and Ace can move in there. And problems I could see would be going high ground, just being a little bit difficult, as well as maybe even taking tier 2s, depending on the levels of Ninjas in Pyjamas at that point, from the Keeper of the Light and the Invoker.
I think going high ground in general for both teams, obviously harder against the Coddle, but there's also the Bat Rider on the Cloud9 side, and then you also have the SF to come out as well. So it's not easy. If this game goes long enough, like 20 or 30 minutes, and we haven't pushed high ground at that point, you have like the Ags for the Night Stalker.
Yeah, that's where the game gets really weird for Cloud9. Is like there's that gap where Night Stalker is like super sick for the first night and the second night, and then by the time third night rolls around, you tend to just have like the same items you had during second night, but everyone's like a way higher level. It's a lot of pings from Quick Buff.
Excellent.
Yeah, all right, but you have like the same items because you're trying to build into this Aghanim Scepter. So there's like this big lull where your hero doesn't accelerate very much, and like if they haven't got enough objectives at that point, I could see that becoming a problem for C9, whereas Nip will just like keep split pushing around the map and stuff. But overall, I actually feel a little bit better about Nip's lineup because I feel like the later this goes, the more it favors them.
Yeah.
It seems less likely that Cloud9 would win it, and it's always harder to keep tempo in Dota, I feel, than just relaxing.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And we've seen a number of games where Cloud9 have had the advantage, and they've lost it in this tournament even. They had a 10,000 net worth advantage when they had a, I think it was against Spirit maybe? I'm not sure off the top of my head. It was either Spirit or Friends. They had the Meepo, and they had a 10,000 net worth advantage, and they couldn't quite close out the game. So I think if NIP can get to that same type of point, they can absolutely win, as you were mentioning, against these heroes. But, yeah, I mean, and to get that Aghanim Scepter, get these ganks going, Cloud9 have to be pretty aggressive early on here. Like you mentioned, grouping up pretty early, especially with Asta Joe. But let's look and see how this is going to be lined up right now. Trixie is going to be on that Clockwork as we previously expected. Otherwise, it looks to be pretty normal. Era's actually getting run out here. He's going to lose out on this rune at the top rune spot. So Cloud9 will take 3 runes. A pretty good start for them. See what happens. Hani blocking the group wave already. So Koifu will get some help. We'll see where Hani heads to, if he goes bottom or maybe heads top with Boogie.
That's with a stick on Hani. It's kind of neat. I'm not sure if he was expecting to be up against the bat or like to... Yeah, I'm not sure.
Aggro Triland by 9 too. This is a lot of damage to deal with. Baby Knight getting run at already.
Yeah, and he has no help here. So he already has the Necromancy stacks. Not good.
And Pale comes out. Hani just going to work. Eating the tree. He's like, I hate this, actually. This is not fun at all. Arab, meanwhile, was getting run at as well top lane, was losing a lot of his HP. So there's a lot of damage flying out between some of these heroes in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know I love me some Ogre, and Nyx is like a poor man's Ogre.
Yeah, the
he also
regen
has
is ridiculous.
Yeah, he still has a passive 4, so he can be very obnoxious to Baby Knight. And he's got 3 shared tangos, but as we all know, they have a nice hefty 60-second cooldown. Don't get a lot of value out of those things. And he knows he's level 1, and he's definitely figured out at this point he has Necromancy. There's like no chance this guy has raised, or he would have raised you by now.
Yeah. Shadow Wave comes out onto Aaron Boogie top lane, taking some harass. He's doing okay for now, but Nyx Assassin diving behind the tier 1 tower. Hani just trying to get some pressure. There was also a lot of damage taken by the Bat Rider down bottom. He was forced to sal, Joe. And again, they're setting up once more top lane. There is a lot of pressure all over this map. The Void will come out. Boogie, probably going to be your first blood here. It's the last auto attack that does it for Noya. Air is going to get chunked down as well with a couple more auto attacks. But he will be okay underneath the tower. He is actually 1 tango away from being out of regen, however. Which means that this lane already is pretty... It's not disastrous, but it's not great for an IP. Bottom lane.
Well, I think, oh, well, again, Hani just... Full snap and
Is this
stun.
going to be enough to
Sunstrike.
kill? That's pretty
I don't know,
low
I think it's
damage
just
early
gonna be
on.
close.
He's got a Fairy Fire. I think this is going to be... Hani can maybe die for this, but it's a little too late. He's already into the trees, and so that'll be bad. Rage is going to come out. Top lane. Era should be okay. Ride's getting chased down, but Ace is there to cover the retreat along with Noya. Oh, Baby Knight finds a DD. That might be lane saving, but we'll wait and see if that's actually the case.
Well, I think this is the right choice. I'm pretty sure from C9 it's the right choice to do this. You just hope your Shadow Fiend can catch him in the jungle, but this way you're punishing the fact that because they still have 2 people mid, despite the fact that you've been doing this aggro tri-lane. So Nip aren't going to take the situation where like teams... Oh, no, sorry about that, but anyway.
No,
mid lane as well. They're getting Baby Knight.
Yeah, 1 more auto attack. This time he doesn't have a Fairy Fire, and Koifu will get the kill, so... This is what you were talking about, making that decision. Do you want to have your supports roam mid and have, you know, no pressure on the top lane? Or do you want to get these kills on top and really secure your farm for your PA? It seems to be more of the latter than it is the former at this point.
Yeah, basically they're sacking Baby Knight and they're giving a lot of farm to the Bat Rider by putting him in an advantageous matchup and making sure he's getting his Blick Dagger really early on. And then they're doing fine on the PA because they're saying to Nip, like, you need to rotate this Nyx back up top or we're just going to keep winning this lane. Like, we're just going to 3v2 you the whole time.
Well,
same approach against like Earth Spirit or something like that.
Right. It's a tough decision to make, to be honest with you. And I think they're doing a good job of it because guess what? Air has no CS whatsoever. He literally has nothing. He's forced to salve. So
that's kind of crazy, actually.
He has not only no CS, he has no regen. Boogie doesn't have anything either. He has 2 tangos. He's going to get avoided again. Noah's just like, I'll body block until my PA gets here when stifling daggers you. Shadow Wave comes out, another kill. This Coddle has now died 3 times. Hani's TP rotation is too slow to help out with the Impale.
And now you're just top for it. Now he's just like, all right, well, I have to leave.
Yeah, I need to run, but he actually is just going to run right into Noya. Noya, by the way, is level 2, and he's got 2 kills and an assist. So that is the one thing that is problematic with this lane for Cloud9. An aggressive tri-lane, you're really kind of struggling in terms of experience, and that seems to be not different than any other time you're in an aggressive tri-lane. They're going to find Hani again. Shadow Wave should be up. No spike carapace. Poison Touch comes out.
Hestejo bottom.
Oh, they missed the Shadow Wave.
Oh, got
Strike,
him.
did he get him? I missed it, just barely.
Oh, he got him.
I missed both of them. I'm actually so mad right now. I am, yeah.
It's okay. I like just battery cells walking onto the tower. Piece of cake, but they'll rotate Era down, try to get as much farm as possible before someone else shows up in this lane.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I need some alone time. And he needs a lot of it, too. But Hestejo will rotate up top. Ace already kind of just mirroring this matchup and heading down bottom. There are 4 heroes down here, and Hani's nearby. So, I mean, looking at it right now, you're you destroyed one lane mid, but now he's starting to get farmed. But you're still losing out on potentially two, well, really one lane actually. Sunstrike coming out. Trixie, some serious damage. Looks like they should get this kill. Stick up, Noise low, battery assault, not enough damage, and Ace will get the kill. So Cloud9 off to a fast start.
That was a good play by Noya to move to the other side of the cogs, predicting that Sunstrike would come.
He was ready for it. All right,
But
man.
5-2, and Era's gone, so back top I go.
He needs to be top already.
At least he gets the matchup they want, right? In terms of having this Lifestealer versus Bat, but I mean, this is what you want at like level 1 kind of a situation, but now it's not quite as fun.
And the thing is, he doesn't have that way to catch up like a Shadow Fiend does in terms of just running into the jungle and bracing. Even the Shadow Fiend, now that all these changes have been made to the hero and to the jungle, still a bit different. But even so, Lifestealer really needs to have those first couple of organics with his armlet coming out, or whenever he gets his first item in his Nyx bomb to be successful. Because right now he's pretty far behind. He's like below the clockwork in terms of net worth.
They need basically like a bad dive from C9 is his best hope right now, and until then he's just gonna have to try and get his armlet and then hope that the first Nyx assassin gank is successful.
Yeah. Well, everything coming up in Millhouse for Cloud9. We've talked about the Bat Rider, we've talked about Ace, except for obviously the Shadow Fiend we've touched on, but he's even doing well now.
Yeah, there's not much Noya can do, again, just because he was a little bit of a lower level. He does have phase boots, so he's relatively rich, just
low in experience.
surprisingly low.
Yeah.
And can't get anything mid because Quick was just under the tower, but of course that is due to his pressure, so he's probably slowing down Quick at least a little bit. And they might find Trixie. He's deep here.
Oh, yeah. I might get caught.
Yeah, I think he's in trouble.
Stifling Dagger, battery.
They just need to make sure they hold a stun.
Cogs. Void's ready, but yeah, they're just chasing after him. Trixie will try to eat his way through with the Cogs. Sunstrike coming out. Noya. But the Sunstrike again. Ace there in time to help soak it up, but it's Rise that gets the kill. And they do hold that Void just to make sure.
Yeah, right until the end.
Yeah. Big kill. Again, the Sunstrike soak, though. So close twice in a row for Koikfa, but you just can't find it because of the good plays so far from Cloud9.
Man, they are crushing this net worth chart right now.
Are they really?
And talk about like the burden and whatnot of just getting things done. Like they have definitely accelerated on that this game. Hani, it was really impactful mid, but if that means your Lifestealer isn't getting literally a single CS for 4 minutes, it's kind of a problem.
It might have been a tough decision to make, but I think, and NIP are not really in that terrible position just yet. It is 3,000 net worth advantage for Cloud9, which is a significant amount, but still pretty early on in this game. 7 minutes and 46 seconds. Ace getting low. Shadow Wave coming out. He has stick charges. Trixie's starting to put some pressure on his bottom lane.
It's actually so annoying that Dagger breaks your tranquils because it's an attack, right?
Yeah.
Like one of those weird things. What was it the other day? Oh, Tiny. He was daggering a Tiny and got craggied.
Wait, really? That's
yeah,
pretty hilarious,
it's an attack, right? So
yeah.
Great.
That's so frustrating to have happen to you, especially if you're like in a team fight.
Yeah, I mean, it makes up for the fact that she can, dagger one-shot you, though, with that Deso and whatnot later in the game.
Yeah. That is true. All right. We've kind of hit the lull. It is daytime, which for Night Stalker, not great. Not a great time.
I thought of a good way to get experience, though. Via Midas.
I was actually thinking about asking you that during the pregame. I mean, he is going for it, apparently. Speaking of Midas, Koikfa just got his. It looks like Rise is probably dead here, I would imagine. Battery assault.
Let's get a very well-timed grave. No, not
happening.
No. Although Clock,
I think he's fine.
Oh, he's
Blade
in a
Break
mana.
Lasso. He didn't have the Lasso mana, you're right. He got cog burned, which is unfortunate. He was probably freaking out. He was like, I really hope he doesn't have Lasso mana right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right.
well, it seems in terms of Midases and stuff, it's like I feel it's a little bit divisive right now. Like there's some scenes that are really into the Midas, and even the same scenes. It seems to be like kind of team based. Like some teams I find that almost never buy Midases, but then there's other teams that buy like 3 a game. And although it is game dependent for sure, there seem to be some teams that are way more willing to go for these position 4 and position 3 Midases more than anyone else in terms of your offlaner and your roamer. So Cloud9 seem to be opting for the pro Midas camp here. Can't really disagree when it comes to Night Stalker. Level's obviously very important. And nice little grab. Finally gets a Sunstrike mid.
Yeah. Take down Baby Knight. Make sure you can shut him down at every turn. Don't let him catch back up. And, well, guess what? He's already third in that ward. So, yeah, he's catching it back up pretty well. Koikfa is going to have to do some serious work here. The Lifestealer's starting to finally get some farm, but we'll see how far that can take him. I don't know. Poison
We're
touch?
still just waiting on this blink, though.
Yeah.
In terms of C9's game plan. Like, the Vlad's is going to be sick, and it's going to time up very nicely as well. He's only 200 gold away.
Yeah. There's going to be some big items. And
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's old Morbid Mask. I always forget. 400 gold away.
yeah, they changed the hell out of that thing.
Yeah, it's like a whole new item.
This should make my life easier.
Anyway, TD for Hani.
Dire's middle tower is under
They're going to group up together. They have a smoke on Hani. I don't think they want to use it. He's almost level 6 too. If he can reach some experience here, it'd be great. But
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for.
at level 6. Big.
And let's go.
Yeah, it's time to fight with Vendetta. He's like,
Oh.
Era, get in
You
me.
getting in or what?
Let's go, yeah. We got some work to
I
do,
got
my
places
friend.
to be.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that
This would
Firefly.
be
Oh,
huge.
mana leak? Oh, he doesn't have it.
Illuminate's coming out. Spike carrier, please. Yep.
It's just too easy.
Vendetta, some strike and tail, not needed. Air gets the kill. And his Blink Dagger's going to take even longer now. So, he was very close. Big pickup. That's the first Vendetta gank of the game. Successful, coming up for NIP. Good stuff.
Do like a little clip there and be like, why you pick Nyx versus Bat Rider? Guaranteed Vendetta damage and stun every time.
Yep, that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It works pretty well. It is the counter. One of the counters to that rider anyway. It's level 1 spike carry base too, which is always nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, level 1, honestly. 0.6 seconds. That's decent.
It's
more than a mini
enough.
stun.
Yeah, it's more than enough to get that Vendetta Impale off.
Dire's
Should be anyway.
structures are
I mean, so Hestia will have to maybe wait a minute or two extra before he can get his Blink Dagger, but he should still get it out in the right time. Era as well as Boogie are down here, so he does need to be careful. But roaming up top, hook shot, they're going to find somebody. It's going to be Rise in the cogs, along with 2. Ace jumps in as well. Shadow Wave comes out. The Grave is there. Impale coming in as well. Hani throws up the Mana Bird. Still all right fight coming out for Cloud9. Ace maybe needs to run Faith and Strength to get out if need be. Here comes Baby Knight. Double raise. Now Era raged up as well. We've still taking the Poison Touch will go. He has no Infest out. Void should be ready up. And now with the auto attack damage from Ace, he gets himself a double kill. Very good fight, losing nothing, gaining a lot for Cloud9 there.
structures are fortified.
Feeling pretty good about this draft. They're hitting their marks. Again, it can still all, run into some trouble, of course, just because there's going to be a lot of split push if they don't get their objectives down. So Invoker's going to be all over the map. Coddle's going to be all over the map. So they just need to keep the ball rolling, but they're on it right now. Vlad's, they're going to have a Yasha pretty soon on Ace, then they'll move into the Roche pit.
Yeah. The Blink Dagger for Hestia. The Midas is also done for Noya. That's one way to get to your Aghanim Scepter, as you correctly stated earlier. Just
Yeah,
needs to stay alive.
it's pretty good. I feel like if it wasn't for like talents and stuff now, maybe this wouldn't be quite as good, but yeah, like, because you can imagine he'd be halfway to an Ags right now, right? If he didn't buy the Midas, but this will, it's not only giving you gold, because you'll basically end up with the Agnums at the same time, probably a little bit later, right? If you go Midas as opposed to just farming up the entire way, but this way you get the bonus attack speed, which helps you the whole time in terms of farming, and then you, of course, do get the extra levels, so it can help you get more points into your Hunter in the Night, your Crippling Fear, and then talents. What a wonderful world.
Yeah, that's where it gets interesting.
I like his 100 cast range talent. I could see that being really good this game against Clock. Just like helping to reach past cogs.
I don't think he needs the 7 strength, to be honest with you. I think the 100 cast range might be good. I mean, I'd be fine with either of them, but
I like the 100. I feel like you get more value out of it than 7 strength.
I'm with you.
At least in this game. But there is also a lot of magic damage in between like the Clockwork, the Nyx Assassin, and just the pure damage of the Invoker, so high HP is pretty helpful.
Vendetta up, Nyx Assassin coming in. Blink out from Hestia Joe. I don't know if there was a sentry or anything over there. He just kind of made a very quick maneuver. Ace is going to walk up. The most farmed hero in the game as of right now. Jumping all the way and looking for Boogie. Good blinding light, however. Flame break back. They're going to find Trixie. The silence is there. The Void is up. Here comes Hani. Still Vendetta. Now looking for Ace. The last one coming in. They want the spike carapace. They'll fight it. Followed up by the Impale. The Meatball dropped down. Raze is coming through. All of a sudden, not a great fight for Cloud9. They'll lose the Bat Rider. Requiem will go. Meanwhile, Ace trying to jump out as well. Illuminate doing some serious damage, but he's still alive somehow. It's a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day as the Clockwork is now down. A interesting dive from Cloud9 for some reason.
That's a really hard jump to make as Hestia Joe.
Yeah, and
I
you
mean,
saw
I see what
Hani
he's trying to
turns-
do, right? You
Yeah.
get that cliff off, it
Dire's
would have
bottom
worked out pretty
tower
well,
has
but
been denied.
I like Hani going for the vendetta on the PA, then immediately turning his attention. As soon as he sees the Bat Rider jump in, he's like, I need to spike Carapace this, like, now.
yeah. I'm gonna save my friend here. And we're actually almost into an Aghanim Scepter for Koikba.
Yeah, he has
Is
had a
well
very
ahead
good
of his
game.
Invoker, or his Life Stealer, jeez.
Yeah. They've given him some room, but he's still not at his armlet yet. By now, you'd like to have not only your armlet, but perhaps on your way to Echo Saber, Desolator, whatever.
Joe, Firefly dissipating soon. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, he didn't do it.
No, he didn't do it.
I don't think he would have got anything anyway, honestly.
Probably not, no.
It's only level 1 Carapace, so he would need like level 3 there, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, how much does that last fight affect them? You know, we talked about their timings and hitting their objective marks, but they kind of missed out there. I mean, how much does that affect Cloud9?
Pretty bad. That's exactly what we're talking about. You really can't mess up on those, or it really hurts the whole draft and strategy that they have going. But they are probably still 4K, definitely high at 16 minutes, but certainly not unthrowable, as they say.
Insurmountable. Whatever term you want to use.
Oh, that's a much nicer term.
I try, man. Even on the brink of death from exhaustion, I will bring you.
Oh my god, dude. We're up to the 537.5 pure damage. 16 minutes in. Invoker, what a hero. Look at Dazzle. He has 840 HP.
Oh, he actually hit
You hear
Ace.
that look at that.
Oh,
You see
Ace
that
is dead.
shit?
Ace is dead. What a play. I found that Sunstrike right at the end. I was like looking
Thank
for it
God you
frantically. Oh, Trixie.
Oh no, he just hooked.
Yeah, he
up
hooked the
one.
creep. He hooked the creep, I believe.
Honestly, that probably wouldn't have been a very good fight.
It doesn't
anyway.
even matter. They got the kill into Ace. Koik was like trying to carry this game on his own. Well, him and Hani together have been doing a really good job. I don't want to like diminish anybody else's performance on NIP, but it's been those two.
So was that a pure I'm just chasing you vendetta and he hit the Sunstrike
Yep.
off of that?
Yep.
Wow, just knowing he'd go for the steps.
And then
it's
he
pretty
just
sick.
impales after that, and it's an
Yeah.
easy kill.
Damn son.
Pretty ridiculous.
Well,
Do it.
Boogie actually going for the Solar Crest first, so he's going to be ready to fight or possibly take objectives here too, so a little risky considering how important I would say the Aghanim Scepter is going to be, but this makes him way more impactful early on. And he could also just be worried about split pushing a lot on his own right now with the Bat Rider and the Night Stalker, which is fair. He'd have to stay relatively close to his towers anyway.
That's a dangerous game for sure.
And it's done already.
Yeah, he's got it quickly. I mean, he is a coddle, let's be honest. He can farm pretty quickly.
That's so good this game though.
It's a pretty nifty pickup for sure.
Like against PA and this Shadow Fiend, 30% evade, or sorry, 25%
The fact
evasion.
that you can have that so early on in the game, like it's like one of the only evasion items that's
Oh,
picked up
top
so
lane.
early. Yeah, this is probably a dead Hess Joe. Nice
wow, that
blink
blink.
out actually, and that will save his life. So very good play
Jeez.
from Hess Joe to get out.
You'd think he
quickly.
had a gem or something there.
Yeah, I don't know. That was ridiculously fast. They did a very good job there. Going back to Era, man, if he just had a little bit more farm, I feel like this would be the perfect game for NIP right now because of how farm Koikfa is. But it's a little bit behind right now. And even the Shadow Fiend, who is now top in the net worth on the Radiant team after Ace died once or twice in a row, is his Hurricane Pike ready, and BKB is going to be the next choice, at least for now, on the Shadow Fiend. Double damage rune is also going to be taken here. Is it go
They know
time?
Ace is up here, I think. Well, of course, they had to actually see
Yeah,
him
the
on
ward.
the ward, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't. Damn, yay, and the blur.
Recalling Hani, so they're going to leave him up here. Just say, hey, go for it. You're all good, man.
10 seconds until Vendetta, Illuminate, knock, and hit. Nice soccer. That would have been handy.
I really want to take this tier 1 tower. It gives him so much more room to work with here. Dangerous.
Infest is up in 3, but they were not set for this.
Lasso coming in. Trixie.
Oh, that's
Fox.
tornado.
Hurricane Pike coming out. Not enough damage. Shouldn't bring down Trixie, especially now with the evasion added from the Solar Crest. Tier 1 tower still alive. They were looking for a Vendetta gank onto the Bat Rider down bottom, but he's actually rotated over towards this mid lane. Everybody, by the way, low in mana, with the exception of this Night Stalker on the Radiant team. Deny, nicely done. Era, huge deny coming out on that tier 1 tower. So a lot of effort put into that tier 1 tower mid for Cloud9, and they don't really get that extra gold they could have gotten out of it.
Yeah, they're holding pretty well on Nip right now. Just keeping that net worth pretty steady. It will go up a little bit just from the denied tower, but not going to be a big impact. Constant flares coming out from NIP as well to scout the Roche. They know that it could still drop at any time.
Yeah.
So at this point, their game plan probably moves to waiting for the next nighttime, which is about to start, and then starting to move all up in here, get some wards down. Currently, no vision on this side of the map. Definitely want to change that.
Yeah. This nighttime is, I think, so important for them. It feels like they've been stuck on this side of the river for the longest time. You know, their goal was to get, I think, at the 15 to 20 minute mark, to be past the river and be pressing into those tier 2 towers. So it feels like they're slowly kind of slipping away with their timing. And a lot of that is due to the vendetta. Yeah, exactly.
And he's actually just about to buy his ultimate orb, but he can't get it now.
All
right,
nice crit.
Strike. He's always moving.
Flare's coming out too. That's not going to hit, though. Man, Hani is shadowing him like crazy. They're all rotating up. Vendetta and Pale misses, and Ace should be fine.
Would have been fine anyway with that life stealer there, even with the Sunstrike. So
yeah, he would have been good to go. Mantisal, as you mentioned, it is now picked up for Ace. Just give some extra stuff to work with here. What does Quake have now after his Aghanim Scepter? Blink Dagger? Yeah,
yep,
pretty good.
Blink, and then probably bots next. I can't see why you need anything else, honestly. Maybe go for a 4-staff first, actually, if he just wants to. Doesn't feel like he can go it alone. Kind of the same idea as the Coddle, not getting the Aghanims right away.
Right.
Even still eyeing up a 4-staff for himself on Boogie. So.
All right, I feel like Cloud9 need to get something done with this. Oh man, Quakefoot would be the prime target, and they're gonna find him. Maybe, yes, they have the vision, but they would have to dive. They're going for it. Lasso comes out now. The weave is up. The void is going to be there. The silence on top of it. They blow him away with the crits. Finally, a giant kill picked up for Cloud9. Dead for 50 seconds. Trixie rotates in, but there's nobody else really to help him out. Stifling Dagger, they're looking to dive past the tier 2 tower for this as well. Jump in. Firefly going. Raze is coming out. Baby Knight gets the double raise, which will provide them the kill. And now they push into the tier 2 tower. So all of a sudden, NIP lose 2 heroes. 2 big heroes for that. Well, they're trying to push the tier 1 tower down bottom, but Mass TP's coming in. Ace is here. Looking to stop Boogie. They're going to go in. Late. Solar Crest, oh, so good. But the Void comes out and they stop him. They won't get Era, but they will get Boogie at the end of the day. They don't go for the tier 2 tower top.
Oh, all right. Well, they don't end up finishing that off, and that way they actually don't get Roche, which was, I would say, a real possibility in terms of, like, they just pressured the tower altogether and just went for Roche instead, but and try and get some more battles going on, it would seem.
Well,
maybe nearly done here for Baby Knight.
Yeah.
Feeling a lot more confident in these engagements.
Yeah, he's gonna feel. He's now top of the net worth. He's that death on Quake will put him back a couple hundred gold. And the lead gets much bigger after those couple kills. It's almost 7,500 net worth advantage now.
Yeah, killing Quake is just worth so much.
Yeah, it's pretty huge. So how much time do they have left on nighttime? 1 minute. Think they make another go here, or they just kind of wait?
I would like to try and take Roche during nighttime, but then again, well, they have the ulti too, so they could get aggressive right now, and if they find something, pop ulti.
Well, the problem is now it looks like NIP are the ones getting aggressive, heading into the enemy jungle.
Yeah, they know. Just the way that flare came and the angle. Like, what else would you be doing?
And then running straight at them.
Yeah, well, like, if you're here flaring as clockwork, the logical place to go is down here and through, so...
Oh, Ace just saw him with his illusions. That was rather sketchy. That was very close. Like, pinging Roche, like, they're flaring it, maybe we could go, I don't know what we're going to do here. They do put a lot of wards down. They're entering the jungle. Pretty, I think, consistent spots, so they can deward them, eventually. Speaking of which, Aghanim Scepter for Night Stalker still... Actually, he's very close. He needs that one more item.
Oh, in we go. Gonna go with just Presence of the Dark Lord.
Now Darkness is popping. They still kill this rather quickly.
No deso required.
Alright, but here we go, though. I mean, there's a lot of
trying
people
to
coming
intercept
in.
the hook.
He really is. He's doing a good job of it so far. But here comes the Tornado. The last one will come out. They're going to bring Boogie down to the low ground if they can. Not quite close enough. They're looking for the Requiem. They'll find it. Boogie done so. He's out of the fight now. Trixie Cogs, but he actually kind of... Here we go. Hani trying to jump in. Can they get this? He gets the Aegis, and they get the kill. Here comes the meatball. Dropping down the Deafening Blast. All of a sudden, not a great fight for Cloud9. What a turnaround. Hani getting the Aegis, and they get the Roche kill as well. What a turnaround. The Cogs come out. Sure, Trixie will fall. They lose 2 heroes out of it, but they get the Night Stalker, and again, that Aegis kill. Gigantic. Hani, what a player.
Wow. Good time to have a blink dagger. The whole time, everyone was just so concerned with Trixie. And I was watching him too. Just like, when is this hook going to happen? When's he going to get it? And Hessa Joe's just like giving him the back and forth, making sure he couldn't find the angle to hook in and blocking him off the entire time. And then it's just Hani. I can't believe I got the kill too. That's sick.
Still has the Aegis too. He got away just fine with it. Yeah, that auto attack. I can't believe that happened. I think they all got stunned, I think. When it happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was like a spell that got the final blow or what, but well done.
Vendetta up. Very good vision here for the Dire. Ace is going to be spotted. They're going to have some heroes rotate in, and Ace might get caught here. They have the Blink and Pale ready, and he's just going to go for the Vendetta. Pale comes out. Stifling Dagger's there. Need maybe a Sunstrike.
Fucking
Joe.
3.
Yeah, they're just not ready for this, it looks like.
That was a little weird. I don't know. I guess they just, as you said, probably weren't quite ready. Maybe they weren't looking at their the map, obviously, right? Because you have the wards, but this damn PA.
Yeah, the blur.
Another one of those things that's kind of hard to judge from a spectator perspective, but...
Uh-oh.
Oh, that dust.
Yeah, that's a huge kill if they get it. He's pretty low already. Oh, man, those crits. The Firefly also burning him alive. So, I mean, they take, you know, a step forward but a step back at the same time. After getting that Roche kill, they lose Koikfa. And again, we talked about how big that is to lose that hero. And this will provide Aghanims now for Night Stalker and a gem to come along with it, as it's flying out, I believe, now for Hessa Joe picked it up. It's go time, baby. So it's like, let me get in there. They're going to run mid instead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still have a decent amount of time on Darkness left as well. A quarter of it left.
This is going to be so hard now when it's nighttime.
You look at the dire side vision right now, and they don't see much.
Has fallen.
But daytime returns.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, it's
1 minute until night, by the way. Firefly, Spike Carapace. Uh-oh, Hessa Joe. See you later. Hook shot. Oh, they might give this gem as well. Noya just got this thing, and he is now pretty far away from his team. He's in some trouble. He has 7 stick charges, but boy, he's not living. He's not coming out of this alive. They wanted to get that gem. They couldn't. They can still take this fight. Meanwhile, you can see Trixie. It's actually, I believe, Hani that has the gem and the Aegis. Requiem comes out. He blinks away in time. Trixie now pops the Cogskin. They get anything out of this. They've already lost 2. Eric coming back in, looking for Ace. Low on mana, completely out of it. The Grave is there. No TP, though, for Ace. They've already lost the Dazzle. The Blinding Light back as well. They're going to jump in. Impale from Hani. Beautifully done. Deafening Blast gets the kill. Koikfa will find his second. All of a sudden, a great turnaround fight there from NIP. And, well...
Damn, dude. They find the magic to steal the Aegis and the Roche kill, and then suddenly C9 just seemed totally out of sync. They climb back up to 7,500 in terms of a net worth lead, but that's going to fall down. And they've lost their gem, so... It is nighttime, again, in just a few moments here.
Yeah.
So, might have another round of aggression here from the Radiant side. As immediate TP from the Night Stalker, but not going to go towards Nyx. And also doesn't have that gem.
Oh, God. That's rough.
He knew.
Randomly. He had some vision there with the Radiant Observer Ward. He has actually spotted out Hani. The silence was up, the Void was there, but not enough damage to be able to bring him down, especially with Spike Carapace coming off cooldown. Now it looks like NIP will get aggressive. Era's starting to really find some footing here. He's still 2,000 behind that of the PA, but he's getting some room to work with. Koikfa maintains his lead, as he has pretty much the entire game. And this is difficult. Are they going to make another go for Cloud9?
I don't know. Bit of a tough call. Maybe they're thinking about next items. Scotty being looked at here by Baby Knight. He's currently holding the ultimate orb. Is that the item? Is there Hurricane Pack already? Is his BKB? I guess that makes sense. Can't really argue for much else. Just a nice little controlling element up against the Lifestealer, but it's all on Hessa Joe here.
Yeah, it really is. They're going to find
Koikfa's
Koikfa.
gone.
ETB's bottom. They're not finding anything. And the Flare, like...
Yo, if they push right now, though, no one's here.
That's true. I feel like the positioning, just like the awareness for both teams to understand where the team is, the enemy team is on the map, has been kind of out of control. Well, look at this wrap around. They're coming all the way from the side. And Aegis is now gone, and so Koikfa Ghost Walks. They're kind of trying to get out. Infest, Noya is still chasing. He does see Trixie and Hani. Hook shot, got a stun right in. They're going aggressively. They want AC. Mantis can't get out. The Grave will come through, though. So far, no K engagement. Cloud9, they're chasing two different directions. It looks like Rise is going to die here. He's almost 100% dead. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, they do blow away the next assassin.
That's the gem back.
Yeah, they got the gem. All right, SG's pretty happy now. Here we go. They're wrapping around. Quake was coming back in. Baby Knight might need to leave. His BKB should be up and ready to go. In fact, it is. Crippling Fear coming out. Era has his rage when he comes down. Baby Knight going toe-to-toe. Noya now. Mana leaked up. Here comes the EMP on top of it. The cold snap will fly through. Boogie's getting low, however. Baby Knight coming in with a Requiem, doing some serious damage. Trixie, but the right click from Quake and Era is significant. They still won't be able to chase it down. It's just the 2 versus 3 at this point. Ghost walk away. They still have the gem for Joe. Stifling Dagger. They won't fight him. The blink into the tree line to the north. But Era might be next. The Jukes coming back, and he wants Baby Knight. He wants his kill. He's able to get forced away. The Sunstrike isn't on point. It's not, but he needs one more auto attack. And the crit comes out from Ace. The Tornado won't hit either. Somehow this Invoker can't quite find the kill. That has to feel so bad. Era's one more auto attack away from getting that kill, and he gets crit in the face by the PA. Eesh.
Yeah, that might have evened up that fight some, but... Ooh, alright. C9, they're back. They're okay.
This is a crazy game, man.
Things together here. Got a Ghost Scepter now, just picked up on our Caudal. Boogie's ambitions, it's like I've seen him a couple times queue up the Aghanim Scepter, and it's like it's so tempting because everything else about it is still good, right? Like the permanent recall, always having blinding light available, but it's just that fact that it's like always night is just so painful.
Yeah, it's not great. You just gotta let it go. I think.
So good though.
I think you just gotta let it go.
You just try and time your ultimate better and use your farm in better places, like having like he's looking at Lotus Orb now possibly to remove silences and stuff from Noya. So
don't rely on the
Chance.
beautifulness of the Aghanim Scepter. Rely on your own skill instead. I don't know why I was that was sounded like way too optimistic.
That was very nice.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm losing it, man. I'm really losing it. This is a great game, though. It's really, you know, I was excited for the series, as I mentioned in the pregame. And I think so far it's lived up to its expectations in terms of kills, in terms of action. So far, so good.
It's nice that C9 didn't just totally roll over. I think they could have. Just they had a really good lead, but obviously the Aegis Snatch certainly helped out if you're a NIP fan for sure.
I do want to go back. If you remember the games we did for SCA earlier today with Bizarre Youth and how we talked about their late game situation wasn't that great. They didn't have any initiators. And like after a certain point, you know, when they didn't have the lead and they were playing from behind, it felt like the game was over. Is that sort of the same for Cloud9, or is it a lot more optimistic for them in this series? Or in this
no, it's definitely way better. It's like I think the NIP draft is better if we get to that point, but it's certainly not over. I mean, they have Batrider. They have Night Stalker Vision can never be underestimated in a professional atmosphere. They're obviously going to be the best people at capitalizing on vision and team fights, and that's generally what it comes down to, right? In most late game scenarios in Pro Dota, is we do see a fight top, Big Knight BKBing.
Hurricane piked away.
Should just dissipate here then, but basically in like super late game, it's whoever initiates generally wins, and when you have Night Stalker on your team, that means it's usually going to be you.
Yeah. That's the catch here. He gets his gem back too, of course, which is huge. But
doesn't have a Iron Talon or anything though, so be hard to quickly snag up any wards.
Here we go. And IP backing up. Looks like the next, I think, go time for Cloud9 is right around Roshan, which is up in about, I'd say, 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds or so.
Yeah, not too far away.
Korkman, by the way, went for Lincoln Sphere. I don't know if you talked about this already. Let's look at some other items, too.
Oh, no. I hadn't seen his big one. Good choice, of course, against the Batrider, just to protect himself. Also okay against Night Stalker, honestly. It provides a lot of the protection that he needs.
There's picking up an MKB as expected against the Blur. Pretty nifty.
I wonder if Quakefa goes KB or Octarine next.
There's options.
The Octarine would be sick, just because he'd go for the Tornado with the minus 18-second cooldown, and then it also affects your Lincoln Sphere, and since it's so good this game, I almost feel like doubling down on that, but Sunstrike, find anyone.
Tornado comes in, quick for initiating out at 2. Impale misses, hookshot comes out of the back lines up for Rise. Sounds comes out though, Baby Knight looking for Ani. Illuminate coming through, Rise is somehow still alive, Trixie has to get out. Looks like they're recalling an Era. They want to fight now. Era's like, listen, you can Requiem, but I'm manning up on you. I have Rage. The Deafening Blast, the Impale, they blow him away. He chases too far. The rest of the team is chasing Trixie on the other side of the fight. And I think Trixie's saying, yeah, that's probably worth it.
Yeah, he hooks the Dazzle. starts the whole fight off by making sure he's a grave himself, and then everyone else chases him while they kill SF,
Oh,
and now
this
they're
is
getting
not
arrested.
good. This is really not good. Ice wall dropped down. Blaster comes out, but the Impale was there previously from Hani. And now Noya and Ace are the only two here. BKB is going to go. Quickfoot might actually be in trouble. The crit comes out, but now still Arrow going to work on Noya. The Echo Saber auto attacks coming out the open wounds. They'll find another one, and Ace is one of the few survivors. Gem is on the deck. Looks like it has been picked up since then by Hani. Force forward. Oh, the Phantom Strike, the sick jukes from Ace. But that should end it, I think. Still a better
get him
fight
out of there.
for NIP.
Yeah, not by much, but it does favor them in the finale. So where is the gem? Hani's
Hani has
holding,
it.
and that's the only one, right?
I
we haven't.
believe so.
Yeah, that's Joe's gem. So okay.
And if Quickfoot lives there, that fight is pretty incredible for them. But
Yeah, he was like under the tower in
Radiant's
that
middle
chase
he
though.
dove
But
pretty
Under
hard.
attack.
Still, though, they take the tier 2. Era is now caught back up pretty well. Getting an AC after this would be a big accomplishment for them.
that would really help, especially just when someone like that where Quickfoot gets jumped.
And Hani, Vendetta time. They're ready to go again. Getting Ace is tough. He uses BKB back up in 5. This is not an easy kill.
No, they definitely want someone else.
Said they'll just head top, I think.
Well, he's holding the MKB, and with the Sunstrike, maybe it'll be enough.
Vendetta, Impale. Oh my god. She actually gets blown up. BKB, can they get this one more auto attack? The last one comes out. The Sunstrike was so close. Quickfa was almost on point. She turned around for the last second, and now all of a sudden this turns into Aerodine because of the aggressive play. Quakefa is still here nearby, and Hestejo's still chasing. Dust will go, but Quakefa is able to blink out. They recall the Nyx away. Man, that was
like the roll of a Manta. Like 20 HP left. If he was one of those other two illusions, probably would have got one more right click off. I mean, I told you they'd need the Sunstrike, obviously. 20 HP. Like,
Radiant's
Come on,
middle
guys,
tower
do the math.
is
No,
under attack.
just, that was very. I'd say that's pretty fair to call unlucky. For
Oh, absolutely.
like that's basically just the damage rules of a hero, right? When it comes down to that much HP left. Puts them into Roche during night.
A bit dangerous. Boogie's gonna get caught. Cog push coming out. Noise caught. They buy back now. Air's coming in. They want to fight this. They get the grave off of Noise in time. The Rec Room will come through. They've already gotten Boogie down. Meanwhile, Noise should fall here. One more auto attack. He does go down. Hook shot. They've caught Baby Knight. Can they do enough damage here? Lasso comes out. They've caught Air as well on the other side. Joe's trying to escape with him. Baby Knight getting healed back up. Flare going. Sunstrike should catch Joe. It does, but again, it's not enough damage here. Hani looking for an Impale. They have the lifesteal inside. The Nyx bomb coming out. Forced to the low ground. This is the slipperiest fight I've ever seen. Can they actually get anybody here? Finally jumping in. Impale misses. Doesn't matter. Deafening blast and the meatball combo bringing him down. Trixie will fall after putting Cogs up. Ace sitting around about half HP, and Quakeful looking to try to jump on him with it. Rise getting mana leaked. He might be the one to fall instead. He'll try to TP out. They need the Impale. They'll find it just in time. So Rise will fall. Alacrity comes out. They get the double kill for Quakefa, and they'll be able to push finally to take this tier 1 tower mid. And
Roche
37
time.
minutes into the game, and then as you mentioned, head into Roche to get the Aegis.
This one should be free. Very unlikely Batrider could do anything about this. He might attempt it, and yeah, he's coming in. All right, can he
steal
return the
zone.
favor?
Yeah, exactly.
Radiant's middle tower
Looks like he's just maybe giving up. There's
It's,
another
it's too
TP.
risky. You can't Firefly with this.
I don't know,
There's
man.
no way this works.
They're going to go in for it. But Hani's spike carapace was ready for it. Ace looking to jump. They get the Aegis though in error. Trying to back out Hani. Oh, they missed the dust somehow on the Vendetta. So
That
close.
was close.
It was very close.
Radiant's middle
I think
tower
he's lucky
is
he didn't
under
die there,
attack.
honestly. But he lives. SJ will be okay. Very scary to make that play without, or with Nyx nearby, of course. And the Blink Dagger and Force Staff, he's so mobile, he can catch you so easily. And this opens up the way to Agnes, but he actually goes Yules instead. So another good item up against both the Silence of the Night Stalker, the Batrider, and even just PA, you know? Her BKB ends and you just want Yules her up in the air, fuck it.
Yeah.
Get her out of this fight, man.
Yeah,
We got
that's
other
actually
people to
such
kill.
a good point. Just like, these fights go on for so long too, like any amount of time that you can get the PA out of the engagement is crucial. Or anybody for that matter. It doesn't really matter who.
I mean, you can set up for your own stun too, right?
Yep. I think that's probably one of the bigger reasons why he got it, I'm sure. But
Yeah, that and it's definitely the cheapest way to deal with the crippling fear as well.
so
If he ever wanted to go for the Aghanim Scepter, he'd just have to worry about him getting silenced every single time anyway.
yeah. I do want to point out the net worth graph is now dipped all the way back down into favor of NIP. And so what we feared might happen to Cloud9 is starting to occur. Now that the game is over, it's not really close at all.
No.
But you can see some changes happening here in another Team Fighter 2 if the stage is picked up for Era. They're probably waiting on an item. He isn't very close to AC anymore now that he's already bought back. So the Hyperstone, that's it. I'm not sure if they're waiting on anything else besides the AC. When did they kick? When did Koiva just get this Octarine core, or has he had it for a while?
He had it for that fight, I believe. But just makes sense, right? Good item to get. And okay, we do have the Batrider BKB. I just thought he was close, but just got a little bit of a cash infusion, it seems. So
He's ready to go.
very good for the Radiant side. He needs that.
He is ready to go, dude. Except they have to fight into Aegis. It is daytime. If there's any real best time to push, it's right now.
Yeah, daytime, you have Aegis. If they force it at the nighttime, you just wait.
Well,
All right, well, there you go. So we have, what is that?
70
seconds, right?
Yeah, it's 50 seconds. Yeah. It's going to be like 15 seconds without it. So you need to make that the most of that. Meanwhile, they do use a scan. It is successful. And so NIP will position themselves on the right side of the lane. Multiple heroes starting to TP back, and they want to defend this. Tornado will come through to clear out the creep wave, not really angling towards Baby Knight, who's already doing some serious work on this tower.
This Clockwork is actually such a smart pick against the nighttime, too, because like the flare lasts a very long time.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a lot of scouting during the fights. That's
Exactly what you were talking about, but he gets forced out immediately. Sunstrike's not there. Still chasing. Here comes the last one they found Air, but again, he has that Aegis, so not a big deal. And a bird coming out. They have the next nearby. He can use that appeal if he needs to. Koikfa gets blown away. Baby Knight comes with Ace, and they just jump right on top of him. And he's down for 95. He has buyback if he wants to use it. Noise, somehow still alive. Meanwhile, Boogie having to get away. Air is still getting kited here, and Baby Knight and Ace are just going to work the man fight. Air is starting to man up here, but again, these crits should be coming in fast and furiously. Basher's up there as well, and Air is going to get caught. It's 4 down now. The Aegis, they buy back on Koikfa. This is dangerous here. Jump in, and Pale comes out. A 3-man stun. Here comes the EMP. They definitely blast. The meatball, the grave comes down in time, at least onto Ace. Meanwhile, though, Baby Knight's getting low. Yule Scepter is up. They want this kill. They'll find it. And Ace should fall next. What a buyback. What a stun from Hani. And they're still looking for more. And that's Hesta Joe, who's completely out of mana, but he's got Blink at 3. This Ghost Walk might not be in time. Shrine will come up. One more auto attack. Instead, he'll go for the Tornado. And Hesta Joe wanting to get that mana from the Shrine, but doesn't realize he's getting chased, which means that all 5 of Cloud9 will fall. Yes, they do have to buy back on Koikfa, but they can start pushing into the Tier 2 and Tier 3 on their own here and force buybacks of their own.
Yeah, might have been a worthy buyback with Koikfa, I'd say. Clean all that off the floor with Cloud9, and now he's just blinking on the high ground.
Tier 3.
Here's nothing.
They have 2 buybacks, but respawn for the Night Stalker, and the only one that'll be down is going to be the Batrider. If they do buyback on this SF.
Not even worth it at this point.
They're going to go in. Oh, they are blowing him up. Koikfa needs to get out. The Ghost Walk is there, and he's dead for 120. Just like that. Nair will try to infest, but he can't really get out in time. He's getting kited. He'll fall. He's dead for 98 with no buyback as well. Wow, I can't believe they were able to coordinate that and blow him up so quickly. This is going to give them 90 seconds with 2 heroes, 2 of the biggest core heroes down. And I can't believe that actually just happened.
Yeah, I definitely underestimated the first damage there. Like, Shafi bought back, and he was just dead. The Invoker.
I mean,
no time to retreat. I guess he bought back that perfect time where you're like, okay, 2 more right clicks, and I can destroy this Rax. And he stayed for that. And
yeah, they got in the
died
head.
because of it.
They got an NIP set there.
He has buyback in 30 seconds on the Lifestealer. It is just cooldown that's hurting him right now.
All right. This is going to be interesting. Can they hold without these 2 heroes? It's going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible.
Might take a Trixie hook or something.
Yeah,
Might have to do some crazy shenanigans.
They need something. They will have daytime. 33 seconds until night. BKB going. They've got the lasso. They're going to try to bring down Trixie, and it looks like he might very well fall. Lotus Orb crate up by Ace. He's dead for 63 with no buyback. Lifestealer has his. He will use it. Now Ace is going to get Yule's up. They really want this Tier 3, and they really want this Rax as well. Flame Break coming out. Now the Tier 3 getting assaulted. The Rax is, of course, now naked and dead, it looks like. Silence is up onto Era. Full set of Rax. They can head down towards bottom if they want to. Still 32 seconds left without Koikfa's buyback or respawn.
Cool. This is where it gets dicey. Era feels like he has to fight, try and stop this, but he really can't without Koikfa.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so difficult. Another set of racks looks like it might fall here if they're not careful. Good blinding light. They really want to keep this racks alive. And how far are you willing to go? You just bought back on Baby Knight and the PA, so if you lose something here, it'd be just as bad. BKB is going to go. He really wants this racks. And he'll get the melee, and I think that's a good middle ground.
Can we do it again, though?
Maybe. Look at Hani come in. And Pale's missed it. Now he can
Stunned.
definitely leave. He doesn't have TP on Baby Knight, but I don't think it really matters. Ace is already leaving, and I think the rest of them are going to try to get out here, too. So, perfect mission accomplished there for Cloud9. What a back-and-forth game, man.
That puts them 1 melee racks up this game. I mean, I guess, and 2 range, or rather a range racks too, but not exactly the biggest deal, of course. And Aegis respawning in 1 minute. So the most important thing this game, at least at this point, is going to be the team-wide buybacks. We are missing, again, as he said, the PA and the Shadow Fiend. No hope on that. And, we will have the one from the Invoker being the next one to come back in about 3 minutes or so. So they're getting aggressive. There's Ace.
Ooh, Vendetta and Pale coming out. Sunstrike, hook shot. They actually force him away. He might still be able to stay alive. And cock push coming out. BKB will go. Hani gets blown away. 85 seconds on the sideline, but he does have buyback. Trixie diffused up. He might not have it. Looks like he'll fall. And yeah, he won it buyback. Dead for 65. Still chasing. Era, Boogie, Koikfa, BKB for Hesjo. He has lasso, but he just gets shoot up by right clicks. All right. Koikfa's like,
Holy
I
shit,
want
he
to
just
go
lost
in.
2,000 gold on that next assassin from that death and buyback.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's pretty farmed.
That is painful.
Roche is
How
it-
fast?
Let's see. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Pretty quick. Would have been perfect if it just respawned right there, but no such luck for Cloud9.
And Batrider becomes the only hero in the game with buyback.
What a world we live in. What a game. What
Yeah,
if
it's been a really good game 1.
Game 1s are always good in this tournament, I feel like. I just hope Game 2 can live up to the expectations.
Yeah, that's where we'll just get like the 20-minute rollover or something.
Yeah, maybe. And the question is, will there be Game 3?
Oh god, Night Stalker's actually so good.
Yep.
If it wasn't for that nighttime ability, I'm pretty sure I would just favor the Dire draft so much more, but you watch and you switch between perspectives and it's just ridiculous.
He has so much vision. This is without even darkness up, by the way. They have a decent amount of vision without darkness. They're about to get jumped on. They know exactly where they are. Firefly, lasso, Boogie's dead, so he's mega dead. Oh, goes step 3, he still dies to the Firefly. Meanwhile, though, they were trying to catch him.
Oh, non-era.
Yeah, this is a problem. He really can't afford to die. Good force out, tornado coming through. They really want the skill stifling dagger. Jumps on him, crit. Dead for 97. Just like that. And all of a sudden, this game gets so much harder. They've lost Hani as well, and this might just be it here, Trent. With all 5 alive, they get 3 kills. Luckily enough, Boogie's respawn time is pretty much instant. Well, not really, but...
I mean, I'm never one to doubt Koik, but it's going to take something pretty miraculous to stop us from getting
am
thrown.
with you, because they're going to... Yeah, they're not even go for the top tier 2. Baby Knight will take the Sunstrike to the face. He doesn't mind it at this point. Grief will come out. 2 heroes down, hook shot in. They want Baby Knight force forward. Cogs won't be there. He pops the BKB. They want to try to finish this. The Abyssal Blade comes out. Boogie just respawn. Requiem comes out. Trixie's done. Dead for 69. And it looks like this should be it. 4 heroes are going to be dropped to the dirt. Dead for about 28 seconds at least for Coddle, but still. This looks like it's going to be GG. Game 1. Trent looks to be going to Cloud9.
Hey, whoa. It's always Koik for doing this shit,
All right,
man.
listen.
I'm a believer.
I mean, if he does something here, it would be absolutely incredible.
Get the 9-second tornado. Gotta believe.
Oh my. It is backdoor protected. Okay. They're actually not in a bad spot. They're just going to try to shoot through this backdoor. You know what? They might actually still be in this game. Just because of backdoor protection.
The Force Spirits, too. He was pulling the waves out mid.
Yeah, that's insane. All right. You know what? I spoke too soon. Noya Solar crested up. Grave will come out. BKB's popped as well. But
This would be like the ultimate comeback. They came back from this. 4 heroes down, solo Invoker. This might get you the nerf bat though. I don't know if Koikfa wants to win this game.
Needs to be careful. He might get jumped with
Yeah,
lasso.
that is so scary.
Man. All right, I guess they're just gonna play it carefully for Cloud9. They don't want to give anything away, and I feel them. I get where they're coming from. They have 15 seconds and 24 seconds for buyback on the PA and SF respectively. Here we go. Flare is gonna be. It's gonna see Roche, but they're not gonna get there in time.
No. personal favorite Aghanim Scepter, one of the funnest ones on the Bat Rider now.
Oh my god, that was.
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, almost Sunstrike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smoke up. They have the gem. They are in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That tier 2 tower, man. They could have had megas right now if it wasn't for that tier 2 tower.
Yeah, it's so low too. Yeah, I wonder if they could have just backdoored it in time. Although I'm not sure how low it was before. Not sure if that was just the creeps, because there were a lot of creeps just pounding on it while they were doing their
I feel
shenanigans
like
in
it's
the base.
been that
but-
low for a long time. Maybe.
All right, well, it's time for Koikfa to shine again.
Yeah,
Air
he's
needs to
gonna
get
have
back
to do
home.
some serious work
Air
here.
actually needs to run. Go.
He's getting there. He's fine. His AC's done now. He's popped. Yeah, this is slow siege. Abyssal Blade. See you later, Trixie. And just like that, they're going to pop BKB. Ghost Wall coming out. And they really want this tier 3 tower. Requiem's going to go. They get the courier kill. Dire Courier gets dropped after Era gets his item. Just his AC. Dual Scepter, actually Tornado coming out from Koikfa. Just doing some damage to Baby Knight. Jumping in. Ace looking for more, but the spike air base was there from the Vix Assassin. Sunstrike. BKBs everywhere. Still going to work. They're just man fighting at this point. And Koikfa looks like he will fall. He does have buyback. Era will not be so lucky if he gets caught here. He does not have his best get silent stuff. He did have it, but he actually couldn't get it off in time. Definitely Blast coming out with the Meteor as well, but that might be too little too late at this point. Baby Knight still has this Aegis, is still man fighting. Everybody is alive for Cloud9, and I think they're going to get Megas here and potentially the game. It's all no tier 4 towers.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. The Radiant now
it
has
Yeah, depends how much Baby Knight wants to commit here with the Sages.
They're going in. They want this kill on Boogie, and they're going to probably find it. Cold Snap, Hestia going in a little too far, perhaps. Still alive somehow. Grave comes out, however. No way dealing with that. And finally, they'll go back to work on this Ancient. It might be close. They might not actually be able to get this. They have 4 versus 4 at this point.
They hold it.
Yeah, they're actually going to hold it, I'm pretty sure. Hookshot comes in,
Maybe
Ace,
still has
he
Aegis.
pops the BKB. They have Aegis up still. Ace is going to work. They want this Ancient, and it is going to be GG. Cloud9 take game 1 of this best of 3 series against NIP. Wow, what a game.
Oh, excellent.
Well, they did it.
They did. That was a fantastic game 1. I felt that there was probably a point where you and I were both like, all right, NIP got this. I think we were both thinking that same thing.
It felt pretty good. There were like a couple moments where I was like, all right, I could see this going NIP's way now, even though they were down a lot early on. Of course, right when it swings back, it's very difficult to pull back those momentum shifts when it's, 40 minutes in the game and you lose the lead with a lineup like this. Very scary, but I think Night Stalker reigns supreme. That vision
Again,
helped them close it.
he proves himself in the late game. We won't take too long here, guys. We're going to just take a quick break and jump into game number 2 when it gets here. Of course, this is Overpower Cup, our last best of 3 series for the 3rd place decider. Cloud9 now up 1-0 in this BO3. NIP have to win this next game in order to force that game 3. So we'll take a quick break and we'll jump back in as soon as we're ready. So stick around, guys.